How to Hide a Lion by Helen Stevens. One hot day, a lion strolled into town to buy a hat. But the townspeople were scared of lions, so the lion ran away. So there they are, chasing him away. And hid in a house in a garden. It was a playhouse, and it belonged to a small girl called Iris. "You can't hide there," said Iris, who wasn't scared of lions. "That house is too small for you." So there he is, and he's inside the little house, but he's lifted it right off the ground because he's so large. They went inside so Iris could hide the lion properly. They had to be quiet because moms and dads can be funny about having a lion in the house. The lion let Iris comb the leaves out of his mane, and he showed her his paw where he had stepped on something sharp. "I'll put a bandage on that," said Iris. So there they are, sneaking past the parents. It wasn't easy hiding a lion. He was just too big, too fluffy, and too heavy, especially when he was asleep. And lions sleep a lot. So there she is hiding him behind the shower curtain. And there they are hiding under the bed covers. And there he is hiding up a tree when he's sleeping. His mom is right there. Her mom is right there. But when no one was looking, the lion could come out to play. So they're jumping on the bed. They just had to be careful not to be too noisy. One evening, Iris's dad said, "They still haven't found that lion." "I bet he's a kind lion," said Iris from behind the sofa. "There's no such thing as a kind lion," said her mom. "All lions will eat you." The lion was worried, but Iris comforted him. Then she read him his favorite story. It was about a tiger who came to tea. He fell asleep halfway through because lions sleep a lot. And that was when everything went wrong. Iris heard her mom coming up the stairs, but she found it's hard to wake a sleeping lion. However, most lions will wake up if a mom screams at them. "Ah!" The lion raced out of the house. So there's their house, and off he goes. And found a hiding place where he could still see Iris whenever he came into town. So he's hiding with some statues up there. Nobody noticed him, not the townspeople, not even Iris, and certainly not the two burglars who broke into the town hall and stole every single one of the mayor's candlesticks. But the lion noticed them. With a huge roar, he leapt off his pedestal and stood on both the burglars until the police came. All the townspeople were amazed, except for Iris, who said, "I told you he was a kind lion." Now the lion was a hero. He didn't have to hide anymore. The townspeople held a special parade for him. The mayor said he could have anything he wanted. The lion thought for a moment, and then he asked for a hat, which was all he'd come to town for in the first place. "It really suits you," said Iris. And there we go. So our craft to go with our story is a lion. And I've got it with a little hanger so that you can hang it like a picture. So we just started with a square paper plate. If you don't have a square paper plate, you can for sure use a round one. But these make it look like a nice picture. So it's just a plain square paper plate from the grocery store. And I'll use my hole punchers, and I'm going to punch 2 holes in the top. And I'm going to use that to put my picture hanger on. And the picture hanger is a pipe cleaner. So of course you can use some string if you have that and you don't have pipe cleaners. Pipe cleaners are easy for kids to just twist instead of having to tie them on. So there's our beginning of our picture. So once we have that, we're going to add a round circle that I cut out of just yellow construction paper, and I've added that to the front of my picture. And then I have some pre-cut pieces. So with some black construction paper, you're going to cut sort of a triangle, a rounded triangle shape. And with our yellow construction paper scraps, we're going to cut two little half circles or half ovals, and those are going to be his ears. So we'll attach those. So you glue your nose and your ears on. So you want the point of your lion's nose going down so we can draw his mouth after. And we're going to attach his ears. So you just use whatever glue works best for you. So we're going to attach his ears up in the corner. Alright, so that's what we start with, and it starts to look a little bit like a bear. However, in the end, it's going to look like a lion. So then I also have from home, I just have some sticks of spaghetti and some pieces of the bow tie macaroni that you can just also get at your grocery store. So you'll need that. And we'll need some googly eyes that you might have in your craft supplies. If you don't have those, then you'll just draw your eyes on. So we're going to pick 2 eyes. So whatever eyes you want. I'm going to use a purple colored eye just to make it fun. I'm going to stick that eye, and I'm going to use another colored eye. Alright, so this is what we have so far. Just going to fix the corner of my ear here. Alright, so this is what we have so far. So the next step that I'm going to do is I'm going to add my bow tie macaroni around the outside. So I'm going to take pieces of the macaroni and I'm just going to make some dots all the way around the outside of my picture, which is how I like to do it. You can put the glue on the macaroni or you can put the glue on your plate. So this is best to do with some liquid glue, and I like the tacky glue. It's really sticky, and whatever you use it on, it sticks on quite quickly so that you're not having to sit there and hold for a long time for your pieces to stay in place. And then you still have to wait for it to dry, but the tacky glue gives you just a little bit of time where the item's sticky on there. You don't have to fuss with trying to get it to stay. So I'm just going to go around the circle and add my macaroni. So if you see the tacky glue, when you stick something on there, it's just sticky enough for something to stay in place, but it's not dry yet. So you do have to still wait for it to dry, but it makes it a little easier to attach things with the tacky glue. If you don't have that, then you'll use just your regular liquid glue. You'll have to leave your plate laying flat until it's completely dry so that the macaroni does not slide off. So you go around, attach all your macaroni around the whole outside of your plate. So now it's going to start looking a little bit like a lion. So the next thing that I'm going to do is add some pieces of spaghetti. So I have some broken spaghetti from my pantry, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on those broken spaghetti, and they have to be quite small because my lion's face is fairly small. So I'm going to put a little bit of tacky glue on each of those pieces. Stick them onto my piece. So break them down to whatever size you need. So I'm going to put 3 on each side. You can put however many whiskers you want. There we go. So that's what it looks like so far. And then I have an orange marker. So what I'd like to do on my picture is add a little bit of color. So you can either do this before or after. You can take some time to color the pieces of macaroni or paint them with some paint to give your lion a little bit of color. So if you go around your whole picture and do that, that adds a little bit of design. So that's what you end up with. And then you'll take a black marker and you're just going to draw his mouth. So you're just drawing a line down and then a curl at the end. So that is going to be your finished lion to go with your lion story.